What's up, FPV community? FPVosaurus Rex here, and it's been a long time since I've been on the airwaves. I just am recovering from surgery. I got a umbilical hernia patched up, and the surgery went really well. I healed really fast, and it was really smooth and real easy. So I'm healing now. I haven't flown any of my drones much at all. Because of family, kids, surgery, and other stuff. It's been more than a month since I've flown. So I have the opportunity right now to shoot something. So one of my future plans for the channel is to make like a 5-inch Cinelifter or like an 8-inch Cinelifter or a larger 8-inch drone. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my Tank 2 5-inch drone that I've been using for a long time. It has the DJI 04 Pro unit in there with ELRS RC, and it's one of the DJI it's one of the Rotor Riot no solder ones with the attachments for the plugs for the motors and the flight controller and ESC. And what I did is, let's go down here. I got 8-inch arms for the drone. So let's see, here's the drone. 8-inch arms. The long ones are for the back. I think they'll go kind of like that. And the short ones are for the front. I think they'll go kind of like that. So that's going to be, I don't know, it's going to look pretty big. And check out these. Look at these props. I'm going to leave the 5-inch prop in the scene. Okay, there we go. We can see the 5-inch props, right? Okay, here's the 8-inch props. Look at the size of those compared to the 5-inch props. They're huge. So we'll see. I've never flown an 8-inch before. I actually flew a 7-inch for a while as like a freestyle ripper, and it was awesome. I loved it. But then I let it run out of batteries, and it crashed somewhere in a huge meadow field, and couldn't find it. Okay, so I have my new arms I just showed you. I have my props and I have my motors. For this, I got the Newbie Drone Flow 2808 1300 kilovolts. I got this from AI on like Google search AI or whatever it is, and I kind of like looked it up and it seemed legit. So I hope I got proper motors for this drone, even if they're not optimized. If they fly, okay, fine, I'm cool with that. I don't have to optimize anything. If it works, it works. Wow, these are beefy. Look at these motors compared. Look at the motor size compared. That's pretty big, huh? All right, so this drone is going to turn into a big drone. Let's get all these motors out and look at them. These look nice. They're nice looking motors. Let's leave that up so you guys can see that. There we go. There we go. There's the motors. All right, so, and I'm not even going to get a new flight controller or anything. I'm just using I am just using this. I'm just switching out the arms, motors, and props, basically. I'm not doing anything more than that. I'm not changing anything on the flight controller or video system or anything. So it should be a quick and simple switch. The only thing that I'm not quite sure of yet is how I'm going to connect the motor wires. This is one of those, I would like to set up the motor wires to have one of these connectors, just so it's easy on and off. I've soldered a little bit. I am not comfortable with direct soldering a flight controller or an ESC yet. So I'll be trying to use, I don't want to burn anything out. I want this to be a simple operation. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and why don't we just get started and try and take these arms off. Okay, so it looks like I ran into a problem here. The screws off of my old motors for my 5-inch drone that mount it to the arm fit. They thread in. They're the right length. They're the right thread. However, the spacing on the arms does not match up with the size, the spacing, you know, of the threaded portions of the motor. So what do I do about that besides buy new motors with a different size? Is there like a converter? Like I can mount this to a converter and the converter will mount to the drone. Do they have that? Can you guys give me suggestions on how to proceed from here without buying all new motors? That would be wonderful. Thank you guys so much. And once we get this figured out, then we'll move on to the next steps. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I knew I'd run into some kind of problem somewhere, and it looks like I did. So if you guys can just let me know what's up with the motor size or the spacing between the anchor, the threaded portions, that would be wonderful. All right, guys, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.